Hello everyone. Hello. I have an update for my health planner. Shouldn't be too long. So I did pick up a Moterm cover. This is my first Moterm. As you saw before for my other A5. Actually, it's right next to me here. I can uncover it real quick. I have not spent much on covers. This is a pleather cover, plastic cover, basically. But I did go ahead and buy A5 in the same. It'll just be slightly bigger and for the A5. So that is coming because when I saw this, I did say, oh, yeah, okay, that's nice. So, yeah, but I got this one off of eBay because I was trying to look for a used one and also wanted the color that I wanted. Now, I did, think teal was an absolutely beautiful color, but I've had a teal cover for some of my other planners before, and I did feel the need to switch it out. Now, I'm not saying like this I won't switch out at some point because I probably will, but I find that if I keep my stuff really classic black, my purse is black, my wallet's black, a lot of stuff that I keep in my purse is black. I just find that is just, it lasts longer for me and it is more versatile. So, this planner, as I had mentioned before, is, well, it's a self-made planner, in the TN size. And, for next year, I ordered the 2024 Sterling ink in about this color. So this is why I got this little, pouchy thing. Like, I just got this stuff, so there's nothing in here yet. And yeah, and then the TN goes on the rubber bands. And then I got a couple of these too. It just came, the person who was selling it, just had a whole pack of like each of the lined, the plain, and the grid. And I just stuck it in there because it is a cover that's meant to bulk up, and I understand that. Again, I'm new to this, but I've watched a lot of videos. I do see how people like keep it nice and full of things, and so it does plump up, and I do like that. But this is the pink that I got. This was the imperfect one, and I love the little imperfect one. Yeah, it was kind of hard. I finally finished numbering everything, and it was a little hard to line things up every now and then. But again, this is for 6 months. It's going to be very well loved in the meantime. I also, as I showed in my last video, this is an A5 cover, and I just kind of folded it over one side, and it actually folded like that, and it does fit the TN. But when I put it in there with the cover, it annoyed me. So it's going to be naked, at least for now. I put in some index things for the flip to that section. But I can do like just a really quick, you saw that this was pretty much finished all last time, but I did go through and go to the end of the year, and I'm going to be showing you this in a moment. I did go a little extra pages because I miscounted how many weeks there were. So I was just going through making lines and realized that I putting the week numbers on. I had skipped a couple, and then when I counted them out, I had too many. So, but yeah, I went through and I did all of these. So they're all in there. Wow, that 1-4 looked kind of crooked. They will look crooked, and that's just how things are. This one, yeah. Anyway, when I get to that, I did give myself permission to go through. See, this is the only reason why I don't like that little tabby guy on the side. Is that if I see something crooked and is bothering me, even that one's a little off, I can go back in and reline it up. So anyway, this is like this last week. I have not filled in anything in here, because I did want to be able to show you what my plans were. So here I just circled my infusion dates so far. I definitely want to use this kind of for tracking some things because that's what I do in my weeks. And that's what this is replacing. So for health stuff, I'm going to transfer over all the week's information. Now, what I did, and you know, this is bothering me even more. And that's okay. This is okay. I got this because I know my health planner is going to be on the go with me a lot if I'm out and about. So this is kind of what I sketched out last night because I wanted to kind of give it some thought of like what is going to be placed where. I really want to have like per date. So these little squares are where the dates are. So I can't really write in that area of having like breakfast, lunch, and dinner or just like meal things. But then I started thinking, oh, wouldn't it be cool to have this like almost little dashboard for each day? And then be able to put in, I want to track a lot of different things. So like how much I'm sleeping, water, weight, BP, steps, and what is SL? Stress level and energy level. And I would say that's for like the day. So here's the thing though. If this is taking up this much room and I want to use this to compare, this is just a repeat of this information. It's kind of nice to have it all in one spot to write it. But then I realize I'm using basically this whole column to just repeat information. I could have something else over here and have that there. Like I could write out all my symptoms maybe on this side. It's still possible. I might do that, but there's something really powerful of going, okay, this is how much I slept on each of these days and kind of look at the numbers, but it's a little bit more powerful when you're visualizing the fluctuations in this area. So I really do want to try this out more so. And again, I'm going to switch it up a little bit. Again, it's going to be like this next few months of trying this out. That's why I did all of this, to try it out so that when it comes next year, I have information and a routine. And that's kind of really what I'm focusing on is like, how do I make this a routine and not overwhelm me? I'll probably overtrack a lot of things at first and then see which ones I want to actually like cut back on. So this is what I came up with. And then, yeah, after writing this, I was like, I know how the information as a designer, I'm like, oh, wow, this is like really cool little dashboard. And there's a bunch of things here. And then I was like, wait, I can barely write symptoms here. So I don't think that's how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to actually track them all on this side. And this will give me a whole lot more room because I'm also going to have, and this is why I also made these lines in marker so that I can erase a much easier. I won't be able to erase on the monthly so much, but I also may be working in pen at that point. I'm penciling things out, and these are just, as I said, like trial pages of how this is going to work. So this, to me, gives me like so much more room. This is the whole point of getting a TN size, is being able to really document each day. And then this is like the week. So having the days of the week there, and seeing like sleep-wise, how many hours, water ounces, energy level as just high, medium, or low. BP as the top number and the bottom number, because I mean, it's kind of hard to track both, but maybe I'll combine these at some point. I mainly look at my bottom number more, that's the one that's more concerning for me. Steps, and then stress level. And again, I might rearrange the level of these, the position of these. And again, like a high, medium, and low stress level here. It would be nice to have. The other thing I can do is I am getting some colored pens, and I could overlay some things. So stress and energy could go on the same one. And then just have like, on Monday, my energy level was really low, but my stress was really high. And those could correlate to each other. Again, correlation does not equal cause. But I could start seeing some patterns of energy and stress together. And again, I might, again. And then I have a bunch of, empty pages back here. That I think this would be better for like my therapy and questions, like make a section for questions and a section for therapy. I think back here would be really handy. And just to be able to free write and capture some of that information. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then any kind of, hello hair, any kind of like symptoms I'm having that day. Sometimes it's nice to have, like, I went to an appointment that day. I could squeeze it in on the top, but my main place where I'm going to be tracking appointments is here. So, yeah. And I ran into a little problem this last week because I was trying to count up my therapy sessions, my son's therapy sessions, and like tracking them. And it got really weird because I was using a different planner to have like when all those were. And I was like kicking myself because I hadn't had the time to put them all in here yet and look at them all. And so that's part of the project of like backdating in here is like getting all of those straightened out. To me, all the billing is straightened out for the most part, but I still need a record whenever I have questions about billing. I really need to go back and look at, when the appointment dates were. And in this column, I was checking them off as paid as we went. Now this isn't really going to be a financial planner. And so I think that's part of why my weeks didn't work. I'm trying to think if my weeks is, let me grab it. Sorry. That was part of why my weeks wasn't working as well for me, was that I was trying to, take this one. This was June. I had surgery in the middle of the month. There was so much going on here. I was trying to track these as like had it and then paid. And that got super confusing. So what I really want to, these are like all the copays and stuff. What I really want is to leave the financial out of this. I think there's other ways that I track financial things, and this is not really what's going to help. But let's see. This was like May. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's anything too personal in here. No. So this was how I was previously using where I had breakfast, lunch, and dinner on this side. And then I would put in that there was appointments and then how much I was sleeping. And this was water. And then like the first surgery I had and no. I don't know. It was so hard to write in here for me. It just didn't work for me because I wanted more room. And this is really, helping me. I think the white paper is also helping. And now it's just trying to decide, like, with the appointments on this side, it does help to see them, but I don't ever plan my week in here. This is more of a recording and reflection. So it's not like I'm going to look at this and go, oh, I have a 2 p.m. appointment today. That's not going to happen in this one. That's going to happen in my A5. So, I can see how like I only take up about this much room here for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I think I could like start it here actually and have this much space, since this does lay pretty flat, and then have any kind of appointments here so that they're kind of next to each other. I do kind of miss this square grid tracking for water. So I may do that. It may be just the last line of seeing how many squares, or it could be kind of this grid pattern. I did really like that. So I'm still kind of sorting that out. I could have my water over here. So I did want to kind of give an update to kind of give some ideas. And then I think I'll do another update in probably like 2 weeks-ish and see how, because I think I'm still not going to backdate until I kind of finalize this, so that when I do backdate, I can kind of do it in a consistent manner. But those are my thoughts for now. And I thought I would share them before I get too much further, and that I could easily kind of flip through at this point, and kind of, since there's no like a bunch of personal information in here yet. Yeah, I think that's about it. I know this fits in my purse a lot better, but it just was too limiting for me. So yeah, I'll be keeping it in here. It will be kind of this color blue. Probably it's the mist blue, so it might be a little bit more vibrant blue. And it kind of made me wonder if I should get a notebook along with it to have like, I was thinking like, well, if this is all in my purse anyway, on the go, maybe I've been toying around with a TN for financial stuff. And that would definitely take up space, but then it's like pretty big to get in and out of my purse. Although I have a bigger purse. I have a very much medium-sized purse, and so I don't mind carrying around something like this to my appointments, because I drive, and I don't have to take things on a bus. And yeah, I mean, my purse is at least this deep and wide, but I'd probably put it in that way. So we'll see. We'll see. Or I can see if my wallet will fit there. Actually, let me go grab that real quick. Okay, so this is my wallet. It's just off of Amazon, but it is one of the RFID blocking ones. I may or may not use this in here. I kind of wanted it as to kind of designate the color, because I'm not really a pink person, and I thought, well, I could store a couple things in there. This is probably ridiculous, but I thought, well, would it hold it? I guess it would. So, because yeah, I was sticking my weeks actually directly in my wallet there. But if I'm sticking my wallet in the purse anyway, it's possible that I do that. Let's see. So yeah, that's a possibility. And then I'm just using the little Laurel Denise from her very first planner as the divider. It's very flimsy. I wouldn't use this to exactly like draw a lot of lines, and I wouldn't be drawing lines on the go. But I just like the "You Are Loved" just kind of sticking up there. Yeah, and then if that's the only thing in here though, it's a little sad. Although it will fluff up a bit. But I am seeing how, well, that was the other thing I was going to show right before I go here. So with all the stickers in, the bottom is very much still flat. There were quite a few people asking, like, how much does it fluff up? So, and this is from putting all the stickers on the side and having all the ones on the top here. So it's pretty minimal fluff, because I don't know, there's not that many pages total. So this is the, what is it, 260 or 280, just notebook, but it very much will be the same as the TN compact. I could get a TN with all the pages next year, well, the year after or something, or get a bigger notebook. That's not what I ordered, though, and that's fine, because again, I don't need to do daily, but as compared to like this one that's chunking up here, and being used and fluffing up there. So it did, you know, here you can kind of see it's like 2/3 used. Let's see if I can get that a little better. It's about 2/3 used. And I can show those views again if I was, sorry, I wasn't looking at my computer. So that's kind of the sideways view. And the bottom really doesn't have any stickers, so it does keep pretty flat, except for that bottom. I did think about doing a vertical layout for some of these to try it out, but I didn't. I mean, I could do like one in the back, but it's not really what this is going to be used for. It's not really to show other people. I just wanted to show how I'm using it as a horizontal layout TN compact for this year. So that's where I am. Wanted to share that. If you do have any questions, let me know, and I can like put pictures in the community tab or something. Who knows? Who knows what I'm doing with all of these? So yeah, that's where I am with all of that, and I will do another check-in when I get a whole lot more information in there and deciding more about what I'm actually tracking in here, because that's the biggest part, is what do I have the bandwidth to track that's not overwhelming, and how do I track it, and what's a more concise way to track everything so that it just doesn't become a burden, but I can also easily comprehend it. Now, to me, and a lot of people use these charts because you can see the fluctuations, and you can see when you've had like a bad day. It's like, oh, bad sleep, high stress, your blood pressure's up, your energy level is low, and you can just like match them all the way down. And then see how they improve when you are drinking water, getting sleep, and everything. So that's my goal for this side. I think that's going to be like really interesting to see week over week. Now, you can't compare a month unless you just kind of flip between them, but I think that's what's going to be the most valuable. And I love that there's more space up here now to just kind of write out some things. And yeah, it'll probably be in pen, my erasable pen. There's some kind of glue stuff there. Erasable pen is when I will document it, because the black ink does look the best in here. Okay, I'll let everyone go. That is what I have for now. And stay healthy as you can. Chronic illness, I know, is what can you do? You can do only so much. And whatever you can control, though, whatever it is that you do have input in, how much water you drink, how much support you ask for, how much, you know, all of those things, do what is best for your body. So until next time, thank you. Bye.